but the men have still to come against China. And this is an interesting match, Justin. Malaysia, who toppled Hong Kong.
Malaysia did topple Hong Kong, and they beat Japan in the last leg, didn't they?
Did indeed.
Such is the improvement in them. And here are the two teams as they walk out. Malaysia in the blue, Japan in their more traditional red and white. All university students, and fourth in the Rio Olympics. They've been training literally for 3 or 4 months. But here's the Malaysian team, and I'll walk you through that. Azwan Mat Sizi, the 2-try man in the earlier game. The big difference in that earlier game. Zulkifli as well, number 6. Keep an eye out for them.
Here go the Japanese. Still no one really standing out in the side yet. Han Jong-moon, the Korean-born Japanese player, he's been good, as has Naka, and really struggling to impose himself. Patrick Kwok from the Hong Kong Society of Referees. A last cheeky blow of the nose there, clear out the nasal passages. Look, if Malaysia can win this, and then Singapore get beaten by Hong Kong, we'll have an interesting 3-way tie in the Pool A, 3 teams with 2 wins each. But if Korea can beat Hong Kong after this, they will take the pool, and Malaysia, well, perhaps they'll be second.
Well, they can beat Japan. They beat them in Korea in the second leg, so they've got huge confidence going into this game.
That's right, Malaysia have improved throughout the series. We're underway. They took 5th spot in Seoul after taking 8th spot in Hong Kong. So these steady improvers of the series, and that's what it's all about. Incremental improvements, but just as we say that, they've gone and botched it. That's a NRL restart there. Did that leave the fingers there, Justin?
I didn't think so. I was looking for the Pelican.
No, they put the Pelicans away until Sri Lanka come out again. They're on the remote control, charging the batteries as Japan comes surging forward now. They don't want to be beaten by Malaysia twice. There's a hand in the road there, and maybe just a knock-on, not a penalty. And coming down this wing is Nakano. Steps inside off the left. Can he go all the way? Closing in on him was Shahidin, but a good individual effort from Masahiro Nakano to get the game underway for Japan. And they'll need some sort of confidence, these young lads, and it's good to see.
Well, it says first try in this series. I thought he got a couple of tries in the earlier game, Nakano. He's the one player that's starting to make a bit of impression. Quick and powerful despite his size. And that's an important first score. Here's his 3rd try. There he is, converting his own try, which he does. So a bit of renewed energy. Here it is again. It was a knock-on by a Malaysian hand. There was no intent really, and they took the advantage of it. The referee was actually playing advantage for the knock-on. Nakano swooped on it and got away from the cover defence around the post.
Some very good footwork there. And what a restart, take and gather from Malaysia, but it's been knocked on in contact by Shahidin. And
was that our friend Azwan Mat Sizi, Grant? Because there he is, number 10, the real key player of this Malaysian side, and he's in line for the player of the tournament the way he's going.
He's up there, isn't he? Each team has got someone special, and he is the guy for Malaysia. And as we said, no one for Japan really putting their hand up as a playmaker or a line breaker or any razzle-dazzle. They do plug away though. It's hard to really see who is the playmaker. On the double round comes Kawashima and easily breaks the line. In and out swerve from Tsuruta over the far side there. And look at the breakdown work there. That's very quick turnover by Japan. It's been knocked back by Malaysia, I think. So it's play on as the Malaysians get hungry, and that's good work from the Malaysians. How did they get all their players behind the ball? Here goes our man. This man has one, and as you said, Justin, Johnny on the spot, gets back behind the ball, but that really is a great team effort to get 7 players behind the ball on the far side there. That shows some real enthusiasm. Great comeback from Malaysia.
A much improved Malaysian team. It's his much improved performance too. His 6th try for this series. He gets to convert his own try. And what patient play. That's what I'm liking about this Malaysian team. They're not getting rattled or disorganised. They're the fittest I've ever seen them as well. And that's what we're seeing generally across the board, men's and women's sevens, that the whole fitness element's got better as well as the skill level. And we also saw a good comeback by them. I was about to say earlier, our friend Nakano was involved at least half a dozen times in that passage of play and was trying to do the counter-ruck that Malaysia ended up winning. 7-all.
Thank you. Cracking start to both sides. Patrick Kwok doesn't look like he's broken a sweat yet, and that's just criminal to not get it right.
Criminal. My pet hate.
Yep.
Kick-off restarts. Pretty easy to go 10 metres. Please take a leaf out of Sri Lanka's playbook.
Here come Japan then. Oh, and he tries to force the pass out to Kawashima, and it's gone sailing over the head of Hahn. So mistakes by both sides as they try to push the envelope.
Sailing, it almost hit the pelican that was coming back to say hello to you.
It was on though. The pass was slightly awry, but they'd worked a little bit of space there, and he was off down the sideline. Was Han John Moon. He would have been hard to stop. This is Aswan getting the ball in. He's doing everything, throwing it to the line out, scoring the tries, kicking the goals. If he'd get the restarts right, he'd be the man. Up over halfway now, go Malaysia through Zafran. Yeah. This is Shahidan. Passes it and runs through the line. Popped up by Sadiq. Here they come now. Zafran again in the movement. And that's a good line break. Little bit of dazzling footwork, and he beats two men on the fly. Azri. Wait till we see the replay of this, folks. That was something special. To wrong foot two defenders. Smoked them. Absolutely smoked them.
Smoked. Completely smoked. Azri Azmi, his fourth try for the series. Look how calm, cool, collected he is. He's hardly breathing.
Yep.
That's how fit he is, but how good was that step? And conversion again by our friend Azwan. And all of a sudden, Malaysia find themselves up. What a switch play it was by Dazafran. And look at that, in and out step, cool as you like. Around the posts, bang.
That's two of the best steps we've seen today there in one movement. Absolutely bamboozled the Japanese defence. They didn't even touch him. So 14-7. 14-7, and we're closing in on half time as Siddiq is down, number 4 for Malaysia, with an ice bag. He's been going good today, the big forward, and doesn't matter, there's a bigger man coming on, and Izzadin, the big number 1.
Impressive performance by Malaysia again. They've got Japan right where they want them.
Is that going to go 10? I hope for everyone's sake then Japan decide to play it this time, and fortunately they don't earn themselves the wrath of Justin Sampson for another botched restart. But here come Japan. They chose to play it. They've got to make something out of it. Naka tidied up by Azri, and with just a couple of seconds left on the clock, Patrick Kwok awards this penalty. So Japan with a last chance to even things up before half time. Malaysian defence is a disarray here, and that's too easy. Hiroki Suboi has gone in for the crucial half-time score, which will probably lock things up, and that was about 3 tackles missed there from Malaysia. The defence looked tired and disorganised, and he seized on the opportunity. First try of the series.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's got 2 tries in this series, Suboi, and a diminutive little power speedster, with his companion Nakano getting the conversion.
He's
and
missed it.
No, missed it, yep. Here it is. Just went in and went out. It was poor defence by Malaysia. They got tangled up with each other a little bit, and Azwan didn't come across in cover defence like he would normally, and that's let Japan into the game. We've got a game on our hands.
Hong Kong, South Korea will be followed after this game.
14-12 with 3 matches left today. And what's going on here? Here's the first try by Japan. Great individual effort. Left the Malaysians sprawled all over the place. Nakano for his 3rd try of the series. Aswan looking over the shoulder, left, right, left, right, left. There's no one there. Not even Patrick Kwok can catch you. And look at this for footwork. Bang. Bang. Wonderful. Just his head didn't move, did it? The lower half was doing all the operating. And the head was just looking straight ahead. Finally, Japan coming back there for that crucial unconverted try at the end of that first half. It's a good thing knowing that there's a bit of confusion in the pools, Justin, in the men's and the women's. Not sure how it's going to shape up tomorrow yet.
No, it's great, and we've seen that improvement. We keep mentioning it, but we're seeing an improvement across the board. This is the 3rd leg of the Asian Sevens series. And to be this energised, both teams at the end of day 1 is a good sign, a good indication. I'm very impressed with Malaysia today. They had a good finish in Incheon in Korea, beating Japan, which sent Japan down to the 8th, 7th playoff game on the Sunday.
Then they beat Chinese Taipei to take 5th spot in a close one.
The other thing to note too, Grant, is none of their Fijians are in this 7 squad. They dominate in the 15s, but there's a great new energy in Malaysian rugby, a new committee a few weeks ago. They won Division 1 in the 15-a-side. They will host that again next year, Division 1, Malaysia. R1 million injection from the Malaysian government after they won that.
It's a big injection. If you're watching from Malaysia, hello. Salamat sore. If you're watching from Japan, hello, welcome as we buckle ourselves in for the final 7 minutes of today. Implications here if Japan are to go down to Malaysia again. What have you seen, Justin?
It's. I know I keep harping on it, but that kick-off restart is letting Malaysia down. It's their big difference. They're letting Japan in with a simple 3 times now when they're dominating every aspect of play.
Do you want to leave early and meet them at the tunnel? Here they come, Japan. And he's going to go for number 2 as he got a finger on him. Has Zafran just pulls him down with a finger. It looked like Nakano was in for try number 4. Back they come to the left-hand side. The defence is struggling to get across, and that's a good last-minute tackle. And hints of a forward pass and complaints from the Malaysians, but in the end, Patrick Kwok was right there, and that's a good start to the second half from Japan.
Well, to be fair, it looked forward to me, but the camera angle is deceiving. Japan's got the try. The referee's not going to change his mind. And yes, I know players complain on the spot, but they all seem to have something to say about that pass. Important score for Japan. Again, our friend Nakano's featuring, isn't he? He's getting right involved.
The kick is over, so now it's Japan with a 5-point lead.
Goto got the try. Here it is, simple ruck hands. They knew the space was on the outside. Away it got to Goto. He stepped in to get the ball. Here we go.
The graphic got in the way. Never mind. It's in the scorebooks. Read the newspapers tomorrow. 5 points in it. Plenty of time left. Lots of time left. 3 points. My mistake. Did he miss that conversion from right out in front? He must have. So they've missed 2 very easy kicks from in front, have Japan. As they battle forward, and one more score here. We'll put it away, and he's gone round the side as Nakano. Eyes up rugby, and he's going around under the post for try number 2. And what happened there? The Malaysians left the short side unattended. And we'll have to see the replay. We're coming back though, are we? The assistant referee has been called upon by Patrick Kwok to involve himself
Yes, well, it didn't appear to be anything at that ruck. He saw the gap on the blind side, Nakano, took it. But they're all having a look because the ref and the assistant referee are having a chat. And
no try.
Wow. Pulling the shirt.
Some tugging going on there.
But who? There was no defence.
That's right. Would like to see that again if we could.
Something happened at the ruck.
How critical will that be as one pumps it down for a conservative 10 metres gain, still inside their own half. Big call there from the assistant referee.
You watch Malaysia lift now. They've got a chance. They can smell that. That's just the sort of thing that they like.
It's gone over the back, screaming through and takes it on the bounce. Does Zulkifli, and he read that very well. Nearly went all the way through there. Could have been under the posts.
All he had to do was just hang on to it because they were lining up behind him to support him, his Malaysian teammates. And that would have been a big score if Malaysia had got that. The what-ifs of Sevens rugby, Grant.
That's right. Japan were under the post down the other end, and they could have been under their own 1 minute later. And here they go. This is Tsuruta going down the outside. He's got the pace. He's got the shirt. Is he going to put him down? That's a fantastic effort. Oh! It's got to be a little bit dewy down there, perhaps. And that's unfortunate for the big man. He did well to get there. And never say die defence from Malaysia. Look at the finger.
I think it's Azmi who just gets 2 fingers and then he hangs on, pulls his shirt and pulls him down. And look who's there supporting as well. Azwan, and coughs it up. Number 9, Naka. Begging opportunity for Japan to get that wide gap.
That could have put the game beyond doubt. So now they've got to work their way out from this difficult position. 5 out and 5 out. And that's a good hard run. Valuable metres there, getting some go forward. Look at the confidence now of Malaysia. Just coasting, waiting for the covering tackle. Good steal from Nakano. He's having a blinding match. Couple of tries, and he's done that illegally, says Mr. Kwok. As one. They've got a 3-on-2 here, but there's a couple of sweepers coming across. This is the big man, Izzadin. He puts on a bit of a step of his own. He does, this huge man. Zafran to Azri. That's the 22 you see there. Suboy is over the top there, and he's going to win this surely, as the Malaysian has to hold on. Yes, Patrick Kwok agrees with me.
So not often a referee agrees with you.
No, they're always wrong, that's why.
It's a shame with Malaysia, just a little bit of indiscipline. They work the ball up beautifully upfield. Their passing has been another key aspect of their play. The ball's out in front, they're running onto the ball straight and hard, Malaysia. And you can just see there, he's just not letting it go, even though he's trying to say, I am letting it go, referee. Well, your elbows aren't.
You got to get up pretty early in the morning to catch Paddy Kwok out. As the Japanese nudge it downfield, pick up an easy 30 metres now, just inside their own half with a line out. Half a minute remaining. It's Malaysia that need to get this and score. They've done the first part. Azwan tries to bat it out, doesn't get a connection on it. Looks like Gotu has knocked that on. Yes, he has. So this could be the final opportunity for Malaysia with a scrum just inside their own half, 10-metre line.
Last roll of the dice, isn't it? Whoever scores next is going to win. And Malaysia absolutely have to. They've got their chance. It's a scrum to them inside their own 40. Time's running out.
It'll effectively put them in third spot, Malaysia, if they can't win this. And out of the Cup semi-finals. So they have to score here if they want to appear in their first Cup semi-final. And that's been knocked on, and that's the ball game, everybody. Here come Japan. Can they just rub one in? Bit of salt to the eyes. No, that's good enough for me, says Naka. Heaves it out. Tries to knock the pom-pom girls off their stage, but doesn't. And good game here. Malaysia unlucky, but Japan, fair due to them. Full credit to Japan, hanging on there.
Well, a credit to Japan to get back and win this game. Malaysia, though, had it there for the taking. 3 mistakes off the kick-off. 2 mistakes in that last couple of minutes, and that's the difference between being in the top 4 and the bottom 4. I know it's harsh, but Malaysia will be very upset with themselves when they look at the video and know full well that they let this game out of the bag and let Japan back in it. They beat them in Korea. They had them here for the taking in Columbo in this third leg, but Japan come away 17-14.